devastating pager explosions in Lebanon a new kind of warfare. Welcome to Dark Side Tale. September 17, 2024, around 3:30 p.m. Lebanon was gripped with terror as thousands of pager devices simultaneously exploded in a thunderous blast. These pagers were used by Hezbollah members to communicate with each other. Some were in markets, some at home, others in social gatherings, completely unaware of the disaster that was about to unfold. Hezbollah members reported that as soon as a message was received on their pagers, the devices that were turned on exploded almost instantly. The consequences were catastrophic. So far, 12 people, including children, have lost their lives, and over 3,000 others have been seriously injured across various regions. The explosions may have happened in Lebanon, but their impact resonated worldwide, making headlines across global news platforms. The Lebanese government quickly declared a state of emergency, with chaos reigning in the streets. The sounds of ambulance sirens filled the air, and hospitals were overwhelmed to the point where there weren't enough beds or even chairs for the injured. Just as the situation was starting to stabilize, another blow struck the very next day. On September 18, 2024, Hezbollah's handheld radio sets also exploded in a similar manner, with over 3,000 devices bursting into flames. Hezbollah pointed fingers at their longtime nemesis, Israel. But how could this have happened on such a large scale? Let's break down what we know so far. Hezbollah's switch to pagers. Pagers, for those who may not know, are a wireless communication device that works through radio signals. They receive text messages but cannot handle calls or audio messages. Hezbollah had shifted from cell phones to pagers due to fears that Israel, their ongoing adversary in the region, might hack into cell networks and track their locations. By banning mobile phones and adopting pagers, they thought they were switching to a simpler, more secure method of communication. A pager network allows the transmission of important updates to all connected devices at once. Each pager checks the signal it receives against its unique identification code. If the signal matches, only then does the pager accept the message. This system, believed to be foolproof, crumbled within moments when over 3,000 pagers exploded, with the majority of them being near the Israel-Lebanon border. The investigation. Upon inspecting the remains of the destroyed pagers, a Taiwanese-based company named Gold Apollo was identified as the manufacturer. However, Gold Apollo denied manufacturing these particular devices, stating that they had only licensed their brand name to another company called BAC, which had produced the devices. BAC's role became central to the investigation. According to reports, 5,000 pagers were ordered from Gold Apollo, which arrived in Lebanon at the start of 2024. While Gold Apollo's founder, Su-Ching Kwong, claimed his company wasn't responsible for manufacturing the pagers, he mentioned that BAC, a Hungarian firm, was in charge of the entire production process, from design to distribution. Curiously, further investigation revealed that BAC was, at best, a mysterious entity. When reporters from a German news agency visited BAC's registered office in Budapest, Hungary, they found it to be a small, unassuming house. A piece of A4 paper taped to the door listed the company's name among others. Neighbors had no knowledge of any such company. This raised serious suspicions that BAC might be a shell company created solely for illegal activities or covert operations. Even BAC's financial records were questionable, with the company recently declaring a profit of around $5,700, a number not in line with the large-scale operations it supposedly handled. BAC's website, which was operational at the time of the pager explosions, went offline soon after, leading many to believe that they were deliberately covering their tracks. How could this have happened? Experts believe that the pagers were tampered with during production. They theorized that the pagers had a small amount of explosive material, possibly 8 to 10 grams, hidden within them, alongside an electronic chip that could be activated by a specific code. When that particular code was transmitted, it triggered the explosives, causing the devices to detonate. However, the real mystery lies in how this activation code was sent over Hezbollah's private pager network. Only administrators or registered devices should have been able to transmit messages on this network. So how did the explosive activation code get through? There are only a few possible explanations. A mole within Hezbollah, someone inside Hezbollah with access to their communication system, may have sent the activation code. A network hack, it's possible that Israel's intelligence agency, Mossad, known for its covert operations, might have hacked Hezbollah's supposedly secure network and sent the code themselves. Embedded mobile network, perhaps the pagers were equipped with hidden mobile connections, allowing them to be detonated through a separate network, like SMS or a phone call. The radio set explosions. Just when the dust seemed to settle from the pager explosions, Hezbollah's radio sets, manufactured by the Japanese company ICOM, also began to explode. One incident occurred during a funeral for a Hezbollah member killed in the first day of pager blasts. ICOM denied responsibility, stating that the model in question, the IV-82, had been discontinued back in 2014. Hezbollah had purchased these radio sets around the same time as the pagers. The Lebanese security forces pointed out that Mossad has a history of such operations. They suggested that explosives could have been planted months in advance in both the pagers and radio sets, then detonated when the time was right. Israel's history of covert operations. Mossad's involvement in covert precision operations is well documented. In 2010, they launched the Stuxnet virus, targeting Iran's nuclear program in collaboration with the US. And in 2007, they executed Operation Orchard, disabling Syria's air defense system to prevent Israeli jets from being detected. Conclusion. This devastating attack in Lebanon marks a new chapter in Warfare 1 that involves infiltrating the very tools of communication. The world now wonders if this could be done to pagers and radio sets. Are our mobile phones really safe? Wars have been fought for centuries, but this new method of sabotage raises terrifying questions about the future of conflict. What are your thoughts on this evolving landscape of warfare? Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for more updates.